Public schools can be germ factories under the best of conditions. Mid-Missouri schools know rigorous cleaning is their best defense against coronavirus or any other disease. KRCG 13's Ashley Eddy is in the studio with more on that and district plans should schools be forced to close.
Kermit, the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education today shared updated recommendations with school officials. For most schools, it's as simple as having students take extra time to wash their hands thoroughly and getting information out to staff and parents. In a message sent Tuesday to school districts, the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education addressed what would be done if schools had to close due to the coronavirus. Their answer stating, as with any situation where a possible closure can be anticipated, districts are encouraged to consider what alternative plans can be developed and implemented to support student learning in the absence of standard instructional practices. Also included guidance to help the school act quickly if an outbreak were to occur, and more on good hand washing guidance, what the CDC and the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services suggests. For Fulton Public Schools, officials say they are giving special time in the day for students to focus on getting this task done.
We've instituted in our elementaries a hand washing schedule. So they're actually doing a scheduled hand washing both in the morning, at lunch, and then prior to dismissal. And we're doing that in addition to those typical reasons that you'd be washing your hands.
Jacobs says they plan on having presentations from the local health department to help students better understand.
And in all of our elementaries and our preschool, they are doing a hand hygiene presentation where she comes in and uses a special lotion that represents dirt, then has the students wash their hands, and then they use a black light to be able to see the spots that they've actually missed. So it encourages not just washing your hands, but washing your hands the most effectively.
Along with washing hands, Jacobs says the district has been increasing cleaning for about a month.
Wiping down your hard surfaces such as your desks, door handles. You can use wipes to be wiping down keyboards. So hitting those kind of hotspot type places where germs can really spread, making sure those are disinfected as much as we can.
States, educators in those countries have canceled their study abroad classes because of the spread of the coronavirus. MU administrators tell KRCG 13's Mark Slavitt safety is their #1 concern.
MU students studying outside the United States left for their destinations before January for their winter semester classes. As the coronavirus continues to spread across the world, MU administrators are watching for hotspots.
They are understandably frustrated. I mean, it's a frustrating situation. You're trying to take advantage of a wonderful experience that you may never have again, and then something comes in and upends that.
MU junior Nathan Rodert has a friend who was studying in northern Italy and had her classes canceled. His friend is now in Philadelphia under quarantine, waiting to go home to Chicago. Rodert is taking precautions on the Mizzou campus.
I'm definitely more focused on washing my hands now, making sure I get the good 20-second deep cleanse on your hands, covering my mouth when I cough, don't want to spread anything.
MU officials are contacting their students studying in countries with a low threat of the coronavirus to help them prepare for the worst.
Missouri House Democrats have filed 3 bills to prevent health care providers from performing pelvic exams on women unless their physicians determine they are medically necessary. KRCG 13's Kyrian Lee is in the studio with those details.
Yes, Planned Parenthood advocates from all over the state packed the Capitol today in support of the legislation, which could play part in saving Missouri's only abortion clinic in St. Louis. The legislation filed by 3 state representatives would override current regulation under the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services, which require pelvic exams 72 hours before abortions, even if medical, which Planned Parenthood advocates say serves no purpose in most cases. The Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services wants to revoke the license for Planned Parenthood's St. Louis clinic, citing concerns about 4 instances of what the state called failed abortions.
During my tenure in Missouri, I've watched politicians chip away little by little access to abortion by layering over regulation. This is an issue that we need to champion to make young girls feel safe when they go to the doctor, to make sure moms feel safe with the doctor, with their daughters, or they feel safe with any medical provider.
A decision on whether the clinic can keep its license has been pushed back. The Missouri Administrative Hearing Commission agreed to the State Health Department request for an extension until March 16th to file written briefs.